Hello, guys. Good day. This is Anna of Reinforcement Club. Today, we are going to talk about building good habits as part three of habit hacking, transforming your life. Now, if you want to achieve something, you have to set a clear, specific, achievable goals. As part of Habit Transformation Guide, we have two types of goals. The first one is the identity based goals, and the second one is the outcome based goals. Speaking about identity based goals, these are the these are the set of goals which focus on targeting the type of person you want to become. So you focus on who you want to be. You might want to start defining the type of person you want to be. It could be you want to be just a healthy person, a top of the class student, or you want to be an employee of the month with or without recognition. You want to be the most useful worker in your area. Now, you after that, you have to align the habits with that identity. Once you have a clear picture of your desired identity, you identify the habits that align with that identity. These are the behaviors that the type of person you want to be would naturally engage in. Then make small changes. For example, way back in 20, this is based on my own life experience. Way back in 2015, I worked in Saudi Arabia. And I have no idea that there was a liquor ban in that country. And my weight was around 54 to 55 kilos. I was way above my normal BMI. And I love to go out. And there you go. I just apply in Middle East because I badly need some changes in my life to, develop myself more. So yeah, I went there and there was a liquor ban and I couldn't do the things that I used to do in the Philippines when I worked in Saudi. Of course, the job was quite stressful at times, and the only channel for the employees in that institution is to go out and shopping. So there was no existence of VAT, value added tax that time. So it was all tax free. So all cheaper compared to Philippines and other places. So you can buy anything you want, even gold, silver, and you can even eat, your favorite food. All the recipes are available there, except with fresh seafoods. So the thing about it is that I don't want to go outside shopping or indulge in my favorite food whenever I get stressed at times. I don't want to do that. I want to save money. Plus, I couldn't drink because there was a liquor ban. So one way for me to release my stress is by drinking alcohol, and I couldn't do that. But then there was a gym, a free gym in our accommodation. So we have a couple of buildings there, and there was a one room exclusive for everybody. So it's not it's not that gym wasn't a doesn't have a complete gym equipment, but everything you need, just enough for you to do your workout is just there. So I have decided to lose weight. So I went there in Saudi 2015, and then in 2016 I couldn't take it anymore. There's a lot of energy inside me that I need to release. Otherwise, I don't want to blow off my mind. So I've decided to lose weight. That was way back January 2016. January 2016. I want to lose weight from 55 to 50 kilos, 50 to 51 kilos in 3 months. So the goal that time was, from January 2016 to March 2016, I want to be 50 or 51 kilos. So what are the things that I must do? Of course, I have to control my diet, eat healthy, less carbs, less sugar, and go to the gym. So I merely just focus on running on the treadmill at a certain speed, and then I level up at times until, I end up sweating at the end of my workout for 1 hour just running. Which, at the end of 3 months, I was able to achieve it. I was around 51 kilos, or I'm not sure. I was able to achieve that goal. And then after 3 months, I wanted to lower down my criteria, my standard from 51. I want to achieve as lesser than 51. I actually did get it. I went down to 47, which made me look sick because I do just simple cardio. I didn't lift weights. So my muscles were saggy and I weigh less. And I feel like I feel light. I love the feeling, but I, I look sick. So I tried to, to lift up my standard to 49 to 50, which made me, that I was able to accept that lifestyle though. I'm just trying to make adjustment with it, working out and eating healthy as much as I can, that kind of lifestyle. So I was able to get to that 49 to 50, but the diet doesn't suit me. It makes me feel like I am over disciplined. So I have decided to be just 50 to 51 kilos, you know, for the rest of the year, even up to this point. I have defined myself to be 50 to 51 kilos kind of person for the rest of the years. That was 2016 up to this 2024. So what does a 50 to 51 kilos kind of person do? Of course, eat healthy, high protein diets, exercise, and of course, mentally healthy, mentally well. Mentally well means, yeah, I have to improve from time to time because there's a lot of things that life is teaching us from time to time. Every day is a school day. So up to this point, yes, I still have that goal. Although I go beyond to 52 kilos, 52.5, but eventually I go back to 50 to 51 kilos once I am in my space, in my house, or wherever I am. Because my environment, in my space, yes, I do love Doritos, but I don't stock them at home. I love eating chocolate, but I don't stock them at home. I love eating ice cream, but I only buy ice cream maybe once a month or once every 2 months. I still eat pizza, but I don't stock them at home. My gym is just, downstairs. It's in my living room. So whatever I do, when I pass by those dumbbells, it reminds me to do workout. So that's part of my, habit building, making my environment friendly to become this type of person who weighs 50 to 51 kilos. I only weigh beyond 51 kilos when I go outside with friends, when I sleep in their house, when I have holidays, when I go back to Philippines, I weigh up to 52.5 kilos. There, when I am outside my zone, my space. But when I go back to here, where I live, where I settle, I know in my heart, it's not fast though. I could achieve 50 to 51 kilos in 2 months, 3 months, but eventually I know that I'm going to go back to that weight because that is my lifestyle. I have finally accepted that conviction that, this is what a 50 to 51 kilos kind of person do. So I was able to manage that. And I don't really, make drastic changes to achieve that 50 to 51 kilos when I'm 53 or 52.5. Time to time, eventually I go back to that weight. And of course, I measure my weight every morning when I wake up. And then, it gives me a warning. I know what to do. I was able to measure it. So I have accepted that lifestyle, that kind of identity of having that kind of weight up to this point, up to this time, 2024. Of course, because of that, I was able to reinforce that identity through my habits, and it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good because even though I try to be healthy, I don't deprive myself from cakes, chocolates, pizzas. I eat them maybe once a week. I go beyond my ideal weight, 50 to 51 at times. But in the entire year, of course, majority of my weight is just within that range. So I try to, make more scorecards on that identity. And of course, by defining, yourself in terms of the person you want to be and aligning with your habits with that identity, it will help you and me create a powerful framework for a personal growth and behavioral change based on your goals alone. The good thing about identity based goals is that you can still able to maintain that lifestyle even if you have already get the goals that you want, get the results that you want. You are still hitting that 50 to 51 kilos kind of person as long as you want, because you have already, it's already part of your self image. I don't feel right when I don't work out in a week. My conscience is telling me where is the workout, and I have to do it, make it up to myself. Now, talking about outcome based goals, is that outcome based goals is those set of goals which center around measurable outcomes or achievements. So you focus on the end results. Let's take, for example, you are 55 kilos right now. So this is March. You are 55 kilos, March 2024. You want to lose 4 kilos in 3 months. So April, May, June, July. So by July 2024, you want to be 51 kilos. Okay, from 55 to 50, at least 51 kilos. You could go lesser than that, 50 to 51 kilos. It's up to you, but at least 51 kilos. So what are you going to do to achieve that goal, to lose 4 kilos? Of course, you have to eat right, exercise, have a good sleep, and rehydrate. Drink water, 3 to 4 liters per day. Okay, to get that goal in that span, in that period of time. And of course, for example, you did get it. You are already 51 kilos by July 2024. So that outcome-based goals is that it provides you a clarity and direction, allowing you to track your progress and work towards that tangible results. Other than that, you tend to be flexible. Flexible to be able for you to achieve that measurable goals, and you are adaptive in order to get that. The thing about this outcome-based goals is that whenever you achieve that, 51 kilos from 55 kilos, then what's going to happen next? It leaves you with what's going to happen next, because you want to, you have to have a good, physique for the summer. So what's next after you achieve the goal? So you have to ask yourself again. So that's a kind of, it takes, to be able for you to maintain that kind of 51 kilos, in some point you have to adapt and accept that new lifestyle, to the point that it becomes your identity, your conviction, that you are a kind of person who works out, who eat healthy, who drinks, who rehydrates herself or himself, and of course, who have a good sleep, to be able for you to maintain that 51 kilos for the rest of the year. So the thing about outcome-based goal is that once you achieve it, you have, it what's going to happen next, right? Can you still able to maintain that new lifestyle that you have planned and practice? What's next? Of course, to be able for you to achieve those identity-based goals and the outcome-based goals, you have to create an effective routines which supports the habits that you have decided to do, to be able for you to get the results that you want in a period of time. Now, one way to really do that is to harness the power of environmental design, environment by design. Have you ever come across with this saying, the birds that of the same feather flocks together? Or tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are. So that's, that is based on the people you hang out with, which then eventually you become one of them. So if you hang out with 4 millionaires, you're going to be the fifth one eventually, if you spare majority of your time with them. Now, speaking about environment, if you want to be a kind of person who works out, or if you want, to be able for you to lose weight, a certain amount of weight in a period of time, and part of the, the routine that you decided to do is to work out, environment by design, you can prepare your, your clothes, your gym attire, a night before going to the gym. If you want to go to the gym if you want to work out first thing in the morning, you simply just prepare your gym attire there, hang in, hang in front of you, in front of your bed, so that when you wake up in the morning, it reminds you to work out, because there you go. I got my gym attire reminding me to do what's the next thing to do, that is going to the gym. You prepare your shoes there downstairs, or you know, f- based on life example, real life example, shall I say it that way? I love Doritos, but I don't stock Doritos at home. I could buy Doritos once a week, but I am bringing it to my workplace so we can share the calories together. I eat ice cream, but I don't stock ice cream in my fridge. I Yeah, I could buy ice cream once every 2 months or once a month, and if when I feel like it's really my favorite, but I don't necessarily buy them when I go to the shop for groceries. I love eating pizza, but I don't have pizza in my fridge. So, it I try to discipline myself for less effort by just not making those favorite food that I want, which is not healthy, available elsewhere. I love eating chocolate, but I don't have chocolate here. I can only eat chocolate when I'm working because they love chocolate. But at home, I don't have chocolates. So my environment is in favor to the kind of person I want to be, who is 50 to 51 kilos only kind of person. And I can able to maintain that. And it's easy because environmentally wise, I don't have those temptations around me. Another thing to have, to establish an effective routine is by means of habit stacking. Habit stacking is by means of, identifying a current habit you already have, that you already do each day, and then stack a new behavior on top of it. Like, for example, so every time I wake up in the morning, I get up and I do my gratitude or rituals for around maximum 5 minutes. So there are things that I'm thankful for every day. I list it down, I read them, and there are things that I want to remind myself who I want to become in 3 to 5 years. So I read that every day to remind myself. That will only take me for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, but if I mix it with staring at the ceiling, thinking about what happened yesterday, so that will reach to 5 minutes or even 10 minutes. And after that, that's an easy thing to do for me. That's without effort. I match it or I stack it with, after doing my rituals, my gratitude face in the morning, I mix it with the hard one. The first option is working out. The second option is making contents, doing my video editing outputs, which takes time and a little bit challenging. So I have two options match up with my, easy habit. So after, getting up and do my gratitude time, which is without effort, I match it with something challenging, working out or making contents. So those are my options. So since I've already, this morning I got up and do my gratitude phase, I just jump into my office here and I'll do my workout later. So I match up with something challenging, those easy things to do for me, easy stuff. So this, this type of technique or strategies will help you really live that lifestyle, those habits that you decided to do. In the meantime, for you to be able to achieve the goals, the desired identity, or the desired outcome that you want to have in 3 months, in a period of time. Then once you have already achieved that, like for example, you have an outcome based goals, you have to ask yourself, do I want this? Rather than just slipping back to the old you. And then there you go, you got your weight back again after losing it. So you have to decide if are you willing to live that new lifestyle, that new you, that new routines. And lastly, of course, since every time you made yourself do the things that you've decided to do to be able for you to get the end result in a period of time, never forget to acknowledge the importance of rewards because you know, having a reward reinforces positive behaviors and make you stick to the habits that you decided to do. So these rewards could be immediate gratification. It could be giving yourself a snack, a healthy snack after working out, or giving yourself a relaxing activities after the workout, like you treat yourself for a massage. Could be once a week. Otherwise, there are some gyms which offer a variety of amenities like sauna, steamer, seats bath, ice cold bath, or a warm pool. So you could just, you know, go there immediately after working out. You could even give yourself a satisfying reward, which which is meaningful to you. Like you've decided to, or you're planning to buy a house in 5 years' time. So the plan is to save a certain amount every month. So as you save monthly, take out a certain amount of a portion of your salary to your savings to be able for you to buy that house. That's already satisfying to you as you able to see your savings growing every month because you know in your heart that eventually in 5 years time you can able to buy the house. That's already happiness to you every time you see your bank account growing, getting to that end result, which is to buy a house in time. And that, in that way you feel already motivated to continue saving. Another way to really stick to the habit is to ask feedback, or you give yourself an immediate feedback. So one way to measure the feedback yourself is, for example, when you are planning to do weight loss, so you just weigh yourself every morning, routinely every morning, same time every day. Or you could ask feedback from your spouse, from your accountability partner, from your coach, how you are doing. Is there any improvement that you made, or is there any need for improvement about your activities, about the things that you're doing? Or you could ask feedback from your boss. You could even give yourself an intrinsic and extrinsic rewards. So extrinsic rewards could be money or holidays or prizes, while intrinsic reward means you could have a sense of accomplishment in yourself, a personal satisfaction, which is much sustainable in the long run. And being consistent about your routines and your the habits that you decided to do, you could give yourself a variety of rewards. You could ask feedback from your coach, plus you give yourself a healthy snack after workout or after doing the things that you decided to do. Or you could just plus the sense of fulfillment, the personal fulfillment that you feel every time you do the things that you plan to do. You stick to it. So overall, by incorporating rewards in your habit formation process, you can increase the motivation, your motivation, plus it reinforces your positive behaviors and make habits stick to you in the long run. All in all, incorporating these strategies into your daily life requires commitment and consistency. But the benefits are well worth the effort. By building good habits, you can cultivate a happier, healthier, and more fulfilling life. So set your goals up, establish your routines, and reap rewards of your efforts. Your future self will surely thank you for it. By the way, all of the ideas I shared today is inspired by the book The Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you like the content today, you can click subscribe and press the notification button. You can follow me in Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and in my Instagram, Reinforce Me Club. So this is Anne once again. Have a lovely day ahead.